गिरिवरधारी यशोदानन्दन व्रजजनरञ्जन यमुनातिरवनचारी यशोदानन्दन व्रजजनरञ्जन यमुनातिरवनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानन्दन व्रजजनरञ्जन यमुनातिरवनचारी हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Govinda Radhe, Jaya Jagannatha Jaya Baladeva Jaya Subhadrama. Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Tagore Premanande. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Parivrajakacharyya Ashtadhara Shuddha Srimad His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य श्रीधर श्रीध श्रीमद् भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी महाराज की, अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की, नामाचार्य श्रील हरिदास ठाकुर की, प्रेम से गौ श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की, ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की, हरिनाम संकीर्तन यज्ञ की, संवेद गौर भक्त वृंद की, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे, और गौरीष्ट समलिवोटीस, और गौरीष्ट समलिवोटीस, और गौरीष्ट समलिवोटीस, और गौरीष्ट श्री गुरु एंड गौरंगा जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे. ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयामुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवतीरुत्तमा श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंदगोपकुमाराय गोविंदाय नमो नमः। So 10th canto, 8th chapter, 8-9 श्लोक। कंसः पापमतिशक्यं तव चाणाकदुन्दुभिः देवक्याश्चमो गर्भो नास्त्री भवितुमर्हति इति सांचिन्तयान् श्रुत्वा देवक्या दारिका वचः अपि अन्तर्गता शङ्कः तर्हि तान्नान्यो भावेत्। कंसः पापमतिशक्यं तव चाणाकदुन्दुभिः देवक्यास्तमो गर्भो नास्त्री भवितुमर्हति इति सांचिन्तयान् श्रुत्वा देवक्या दारिका वचः अपि अन्तर्गता शङ्कः तर्हि तन्नो न्यभावेत् तन्नो नयो भावेत्। कंसः पापमतिशक्यं तव चाणाकदुन्दुभिः देवक्यास्तमो गर्भो नास्त्री भावितुमर्हति इति संचिन्तयान् श्रुत्वा देवक्या दारिका वचः अपि अन्तर्गता शङ्कः तर्हि तन्न अन्यो भवेत्। पापमतिशक्यं दुन्दुभिः इति संचिन्तयन् श्रुत्वा देवक्या दारिका वचः api anta gata shankash nyo bhaved. Kamsa papamati shakyam davachanaka dundubhe gyastamo garbo nastri bhavitumarhati. Iti sanchadiyan shrutva bhakyadari kavachaham dagata sankas taritannayo bhaved. Kamsaha papamati shakyam tavachanaka dundubehem devakya ashtamo garvo नास्त्री भवितुमर्हति. ठीक है शब्द. इति संचिन्तयान् श्रुत्वा देवक्यादारिकावचः अपि हन्ता गता शङ्काः तर्हि तन्नोऽन्यो भवेत्. ठीक है, word to word meaning. Kamsaha, King Kamsa, Papamati, very very sinful, having a polluted mind. Sakyam, friendship. Tava, your. Cha, also. Anaka Dundube, of Vasudeva. Devakya, of Devaki. Ashtamaha, Garbha, the 8th pregnancy. Na, not. Stri, a woman. Bhavitum harhati, is possible to be. Iti, in this way. Sanchintayan, considering. Shrutva, and hearing this news. Devakyaha, of Devaki. Darika vachaha, the message from the daughter. Api, although there was. Antagata ashankaha, there is a possibility that Kamsa would take steps to kill this child. Tarhi, therefore. Tat, that incident. Na, for us. Anayaha, bhavet, may not be very good. Translation and purport by Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada. Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada ki. Translation. Kamsa is both a great diplomat and a very sinful man. Therefore, having heard from Yogamaya, the daughter of Devaki, that the child who will kill him has already been born somewhere else, having heard that the 8th pregnancy of Devaki could not bring forth a female child, and having understood your friendship with Vasudeva, Kamsa, upon hearing that the purificatory process has been performed by me, the priest of Yadu dynasty may certainly consider all these points and suspect that Krishna is the son of Devaki and Vasudeva. Then he might take steps to kill Krishna. That would be a catastrophe. Purport. Kamsa knew very well that Yogamaya was, after all, the maid servant of Krishna and Vishnu, and that although Yogamaya had appeared as the daughter of Devaki, she might have been forbidden to disclose this fact. Actually, this was what had happened. Gargamuni argued very soberly that his taking part in performing the reformatory process for Krishna would give rise to many doubts, so that Krishna might take very severe steps to kill the child. Kamsa has already sent many demons to attempt to kill this child, but none of them had survived. If Gargamuni were to perform the purificatory process, Kamsa's suspicions would be fully confirmed and he would take very severe steps, and Gargamuni gave this warning to Nanda Maharaj. Om Ajnanatimrandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavamishya Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Saganaragunatanmitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Saganaralita Shri Vishakhanvita Mishya E Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpade Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Harim Priyam Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminite Namane Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashati Deshatarine. Hare Krishna. So thank you very much for coming to the class today, this Bhagavatam class. So I would like to seek the blessings of all the senior Vaishnavas and all the assembled devotees so that we can discuss on this cherished and very pure, sublime topic of Srimad Bhagavatam, especially the pastimes of Lord Sri Krishna. So we are in the chapter of 10th chapter. Lord Krishna shows the universal form. So before showing that, we can see that Gargamuni, one of the head priests of Yadu dynasty, arrives in the house of Nanda Baba and Yashoda. So Gargamuni is a great saintly priest, and he was sent by Vasudeva to the house of Nanda Baba. So why he was sent? Because Vasudeva was very anxious to perform the ritualistic ceremonies, these sanskaras. So the sanskaras, generally it is performed by, it is known as a purificatory process. So everyone in this life has to perform the sanskaras. Like without performing sanskaras, all the people would go to hell. They may indulge in many sinful activities, their consciousness may be disturbed, and due to that they may face many severe reactions. So similarly, even Vasudeva was very anxious to perform the Nam Sanskar and Jat Sanskar for Krishna and Balaram. Because for a Kshatriya, within 100 days of the birth of a child, the sanskaras, this Nam Sanskar should be performed. And for a Brahmana, within 1 month, this Nam Sanskar should be performed. So it was about to become the 100th day. So that's why Vasudeva was very anxious, and he told Garga Muni that you go there, you go to Nanda Baba and you tell them, but tell them indirectly. Tell them in such a way that Nanda Baba asks you to perform the sanskaras. So he wanted, Vasudeva wanted that Nanda Baba should force Gargamuni to perform the reformatory process, sanskaras. And he tells Gargamuni that speak in such a way that what happens, that Nanda Baba understands that the sanskara should be performed, and you speak in such a way that Nanda Baba is refused. You speak in such a way that you refuse to perform the sanskar, and Nanda Baba is forced to make some special arrangement to make the sanskaras. So in this way, Gargamuni was sent by Vasudeva to Nanda Baba's house to perform this sacrifice, this sanskaras. So how Nanda Baba receives receives Gargamuni? It is said that Nanda Baba he tells Gargamuni, he tells Gargamuni as Adakshaj. Adakshad means what? Adakshad means is beyond the senses. Like he respects Gargamuni in same way that God is respected. Because Gargamuni is not an ordinary saint. He is the head priest of the Yadu dynasty. And he is very expert in astrology also. He knows all the intricacies of the astrology, and he knows what to tell, what to speak, and he can easily identify about that child, what is going to happen to him. So when Gargamuni arrives in Nanda Baba's house, so Nanda Baba receives him very nicely. When he sees Gargamuni, he immediately stands up. And just like a saintly person is received in a house, like he stood up and is placed in an asan, then his feet are washed, and the water which is collected, that water is sprinkled all over the house. And the conversation takes place. And Gargamuni says, and Nanda Baba says to Gargamuni that we are very fortunate to have you here. That Nanda Baba tells himself as Grahinam Dina Chetasam. Grahinam Dina Chetasam means I am a worldly minded person. So generally an householder, he is so engrossed in material activities. He is fully anxious, he is full of anxieties to maintain his family life. And he is so involved in it that he forgets what is his real purpose of life. So Nanda Baba addresses himself as what? Grihinam Dina Chetasam. And he tells that because we have come, we will all get delivered. So generally a saintly person, he doesn't require to go to anyone's house. But he only goes there so that what happens? Three things happen. First, he removes the ignorance of the household people. Second, he gives them a happiness which is beyond this material conception. And third, he establishes in them the goal to achieve these God. And sometimes because of the association of saintly people, the people who are sleeping, like sleeping souls, they also get awakened. Like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to sing, Jiva Jago, Gaura Chand Bole. So when I say, so in Kali Yuga, because giving class is very difficult. Because in Kali Yuga, what happens, like in class, mostly people sleep. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu devised a step. What step he devised? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also, when he goes to house, first even Srila Prabhupada also, whenever he goes to house, whenever he starts a program, what he does, he chants this Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, like this Sankirtan. Because this Sankirtan is such a popular, is such an effective way of waking up the people. So, because of association of saintly people, saintly person, one's lamentation, one's anchoring, and one's material disease, it gets completely destroyed. Like Chitraketu, like for example, consider the case of King Prachin Barishit. King Prachin Barishit was too much involved in fruitive activities. He was performing very large yagya, this yagya, that yagya, many yagyas he was performing. And Narad Muni came to know that what happened, he is performing, he is too much involved and he is forgetting his spiritual life. Then Narad Muni comes to his palace, and because the king has had a very good respect for Narad Muni, so Narad Muni gives him some advice. And that advice is not an ordinary advice. He doesn't say him that you are involved in material life, come out like that. Narad Muni very deeply tells the story of Puranjan. And even in that Puranjan, he gives many allegories. Allegories means many complex examples to explain him that how we are entangled in this material life. And he delivers him. And he saves him. Similarly, is also Chitraketu. Chitraketu had 1 crore wives. And he had no sons to carry forward his kingdom. So, who came? Like Narad Muni and Angira Rishi, I think. They came. They came and they gave him a benediction, and he got a child, Harshashok. So when saintly people come, even our material problems also get solved. Like Chitraketu got a son, and his son's name was Arshashok. Arshashok means the son will give both happiness and distress. And then after some time, due to the enviousness of the wives of Chitraketu, his son dies due to poisoning. And that time Chitraketu is in very deep grief. He is in so much distress. And in such a distress, again the Rishi, Narad Muni and Angira Rishi come, and they give life to this dead son. And the dead son wakes up, and when that son wakes up, he gives the knowledge to Chitraketu. And then Chitraketu gets the spiritual knowledge, and his mind is satisfied. So in this way, a saintly person can give both material knowledge also, and at the same time, he can also give spiritual knowledge which can take us back to God. So that's why Gargamuni came to Nanda Baba, and he came to Nanda Baba's house, and in Nanda Baba's house, and Nanda Baba tells him, you are Mahad Vichalanam. Mahad Vichalanam means people, great saintly persons like you, go about in various places and purify the people. Like even one of our acharyas says that for a saintly person is like a fish. What he does, he purifies the purifies the pond of all its dirt. Similarly, the saintly person, he purifies all the contaminations, all the wrong givings which are present in an householder's life. In such a way, the saintly person hanged. So that's why Srila Prabhupada in one of the purport he says that the saintly person comes to the house of not for only gifts or for many gifts and other things, but he mainly comes for Para-upakar. Para-upakar means to deliver the people. He mainly comes. The Srila Prabhupada also went to America. Why he went to America? He went to America to deliver the people. And there mostly the people were so much engrossed in sinful activities. And through the poem which he composed in Jaladud, when he reached Boston, we can come to know that he claimed that people are in too much Rajagun and Tamagun. First, he didn't have any belief how he is going to deliver them. Then he said, what I will teach them? I'll teach them this Bhagavatam knowledge. And by this Bhagavatam knowledge, I'll free them from the bonds of Rajagun and Tamagun, and they will be situated in Sattvagun, like that he preached. So Prabhupada also went to different places, and he delivered many people. Even now also many foreign devotees, they said, like our one Maharaj, he says that Prabhupada has come for me. Prabhupada has especially come to deliver me, like that. Similarly, this saintly person, their main objective is to deliver the people and to give them proper spiritual knowledge, and with such spiritual knowledge that people get satisfied and their life becomes prosperous. So when Nanda Baba comes, when Gargamani comes and stays in Nanda Baba's house, then Yashoda Maya brings both Krishna and Balram. Krishna and Balram are very small babies because only 100 days old. And he places both of them on their lap. He places both of them on their lap. And seeing the beauty of Krishna and Balram, seeing the extreme beauty of Krishna and Balram, what happens? The Garg Muni becomes so absorbed in their beauty that he says that from today I am become totally blessed. My life has become totally blessed by taking the darshan of Krishna and Balram. Krishna and Balram. So Garg Muni was so much attracted to Krishna and Balram. Then Nanda Baba tells Garg Muni about the purificatory process which needs to be performed. And at that time, Garg Muni says that performing this sanskara is very difficult now because Kansa is there. Kansa is a very great diplomat and a very great sinful person. Papa matihi. Even in sinful person, there are many gradations. Even in Rakshasa also there are many gradations. The top Rakshasa is Brahma Rakshasa. Brahma Rakshas means he knows even the spiritual knowledge. But he uses the spiritual knowledge for performing heinous activities. They know that I am not the body, I am the soul. Like when Hiranyaksh died, Hiranyakashipu used to give Upadesh to their mother, Diti. The body is only dead, the soul is there. Like that, many good advice he gives. Even Kansa also, when the miscarriage took place of this seventh child, like miscarriage, like to Devaki, he also tells to Devaki, he cries in front of Devaki. So Kansa was such a great diplomat, such a great sinful person. At the same time, he was very diplomatic. He was very diplomatic. All the asuras, they were under Kansa's control. In Garga Samhita it is written that Kansa went to each and every asura and he defeated them. And after defeating them, what happened? They all came under his control. These were not ordinary asuras. Because Krishna is killing them very ordinarily, we think that they are very ordinary asuras. But they are very dangerous and very powerful. Like Dhenukasur. Dhenukasur used to eat man alive. It is mentioned in the scriptures. Dhenukasur, we think he is a has demon, donkey, not powerful. But in Bhagavatam it is written that what happens, he used to eat man alive like that. So such a dangerous demon. Even Kaliya also. Kaliya, she, though he was not under Kansa's control, but Kaliya was such a great demon. He had a separate lake. And Sanatan Goswami in his property says, he explains that lake is surrounded by many holes. And in that holes, many snakes are there. And inside the lake, Kaliya is living. And Kaliya has a special knowledge with which he can convert liquid to solid. And with that knowledge, he made a what? He made a palace inside that lake. And Krishna went inside that lake and he defeated Kaliya. So Kansa was so powerful. So the situation was extremely dangerous at that time. Extremely dangerous. It was so extremely dangerous. Like when a war takes place in any city, all the lights, electricity, everything is switched off. Because if one light, it can give signal to the enemy, and the enemy, what he does, he bombards the city with bombs. In recent one war was there. In that war, because of use of cell phone, the soldiers got detected and they were bombed to death. So such dangerous situation was there. And Nanda Baba, Vasudev, they were all engaged in protecting Krishna at that time. They wanted to give protection to Krishna. But most amazing thing is, even at that time, they wanted to perform the sanskaras. So sanskaras was so important for people at that time. This ritualistic process, they were so important for them, the spiritual the process like sanskaras, that they don't want to give it up even during such a difficult time. So what we can learn from this, like following our dharma is very important, irrespective of the outside material situation. Whatever dharma we have, that dharma we have to follow. Like by following dharma, we get protected. So dharma protects us. Dharma gives us protection. And through that protection, we get saved from this distressful situation. So that is why Nanda Baba and Vasudev, they were very concerned to perform these sanskaras even during such dangerous times. Even during such dangerous times. And Vasudev knew that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And Krishna is very God. He can easily kill Kamsa also. But in spite of knowing this also, he wanted these sanskaras to be performed. So this shows that how much love he had for Krishna, they have for Krishna. Because the love supersedes the greatness of God. Love supersedes the greatness of God. Because of love, because of extreme love for Krishna, the Vrajavasis and Devaki, Vasudev, they perform all the things required to protect the child. Even after any Asura attacks Krishna, and after the Asura is killed, Yashoda Maya becomes too much distressful. She becomes so much distressful and she performs Susti Vachan by Brahmanas, and all the purificatory mantras are recited, through which what happens? The Krishna gets protected. So, these devotees, though they knew, especially even Vasudeva Devaki, he knew that he is Supreme Lord Krishna, he is Vishnu himself, but still in spite of that, he performed these sanskaras. Performed these sanskaras in order to protect him. So, when such love comes, then what happens? The devotees forget that he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So, they were very concerned that if Krishna comes to, then Kamsa comes to know that Krishna is the eighth child, then he will take immediate action to kill him. Immediate action to kill him. Like when we come to know, we know that already, like the seventh and eighth child, the seventh child of Devaki, Kamsa thought that it was miscarriage, and the eighth child of Devaki, it was not a boy, it was a girl, Yogamaya. And so Kamsa, that Yogamaya announced to Kamsa. What she announced to Kamsa? That your eighth child is born somewhere else. So he'll kill you. So you have to be careful. And then Kamsa was very eagerly searching for the eighth child. And so Nanda Baba was very afraid. Garg Muni was very afraid, was very worried that if Kamsa comes and kills them. But in spite of that, Nanda Baba, what he does, he tells that don't worry, I will make all the arrangement. I will not tell even the relatives. Even Yashoda Maya will also not come in this sanskaras, in this process, in this function. Generally, function happens very gorgeously, with lot of sound and lot of enthusiasm. It happens. But this festival, this Nam Sanskar, it happened in a cow shed. In a cow shed of Nanda Bhavan, they performed this purificatory process. So Nanda Baba said, this will be performed very secretly, and you perform this for us, for both the child, and I'll make sure that no one else knows, even my relatives, even Yashoda Maya will also not come. And then this purificatory process is performed in this cow shed. And Nanda Baba was also very eager to know what will be the future of the child. Generally, when a child is born, what happens? Child is born, we find the astrology also. Astrologer also is brought, and astrologer also makes notes. And he develops a kundali for that child, through which we can know what will he do in the future. And the astrologer also knows what is previous life also. In previous life, who he was. So similarly, Nanda Baba also wanted to know what was the previous life of Krishna and Balram. And in future, what Krishna and Balram will do. He was very anxious to know that also. In order to know that also, he invited Garg Muni. As Garg Muni is a great saint, he is very much specialized in astrology, and he can know he is Trikalagya. He knows the past, he knows the present, and he knows the future. He knows the future. So similarly, we can see in following that shlokas, you can see how Garg Muni performs the purificatory process, and he gives them the name Rama and Krishna. Though already the name of the God is already there, but he gives them the Rama and Krishna, and he gives them the particular meaning of that name, and he performs the purificatory process, and then he goes back. So in this way, Krishna and Balram, they are given their names, and the sanskaras are performed for them. Hare Krishna. So any comment, anything you want to? बोली, वैसे ही बोली. जो नैस्तिक लोग